Man, you consume a lot of media. I own a comic book store, and I really feel like I don't even read that many comic books right now.
I know. I've always wondered about that because whenever I come over to your house to look at the babies and stuff, I see your stacks of comics that you've got. So do you bring those home so you actually read them, or what are you doing when you bring stuff home from work?
To read them, yeah.
To read them, okay, yeah. So
Yeah,
you
I'm
read
slow.
plenty.
I'm slow to take them back, though.
Okay, that's it.
That's why Chris buys me a puzzle every Christmas. I think I mentioned this, right? So the kitchen table gets cleared.
No, I didn't realize that.
Yeah, it's a holiday when I have a new puzzle and the table's cleared off. He's like, "Here's the puzzle, honey. Time to clear off the dining room table.
Time to take your stuff back to work."
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. Although it's gotten a little out of hand this last couple of weeks.
Well, from the time that I met Sean, I already loved comics, but I was more selective with what I liked. And Sean began the Odyssey, which is at any given time in my house, I usually have, I would say, a stack of at least 12 inches worth of comics, be it trades or just straight comics that Sean has loaned to me, and he expects me to read it. And I was like, okay, that's cool.
You've got like what, Authority right now and stuff like that?
Yeah, and then you also
Planetary, maybe.
You gave me your Watchmen, that big, humongous one.
Watchmen, the annotated Watchmen, yeah.
Then I've got there's something over here, I can't remember what it is. Oh, and then you also gave me your Expanse books, and I'm like, I look and I'm always lagging behind because then there'll be stuff I want to watch. But Sean's like, okay, well, what do you think about this? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you got to catch up. Come on.
I haven't gotten to it, and I will say that I usually prioritize movies, I think, ahead of any of them. I'm probably more of a movie freak than I am the others, and I don't feel like I lag behind watching movies that Sean might have seen. But when it comes to books, comics, and TV shows, and video games, holy shit.
Oh, yeah. Come on.
Well, that's why, being a video game person, and I like them, I just don't play them as much as I used to. I'll go in and see Sean's achievement level on Xbox. So when you play Xbox, you do certain things, you get a point value achievement. And Sean came to Xbox One after I did, and I literally had like tens of thousands of points worth. He now has eclipsed me about 3 times over, and it's because the boy just plays games non-fucking stop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up late playing games and stuff like that. You might hear a kitty cat meowing right now.
I did hear the kitty cat, yes.
Yeah, it's one of our feral cats that we take care of. Has shown up for breakfast. Well, a little late, but
a little late, yeah.
I know.
I will say that I admire both of your superpowers, Richard. That your determination to keep yourself in that mode. I go through fits and starts of that, and I will take care of myself. I'm not in horrible shape. I'm not in great shape, but that dedication. That alone is something to be admired.
I turned my hobby into a business, so now I have to have another hobby.
That's a good point.
Which is now, but since I coach part-time now, it's also turning into a business as well.
Again, yeah.
Oops.
Well, I'm trying to think of where else we could take this now that we've talked
about
you
turn your hobby into music, into going and playing at venues and things like that.
Guys, hang on a second. I need to pause. We just found out Abby got accepted to University of Colorado Boulder. Hang on, nice. I have to hug my wife.
Congratulations.
I'll be right back.
That's awesome. I guess we're still recording while he's walking away.
I don't know if he paused the recording or not.
I don't either. Are we still on mic? Are we still recording?
So Bad Idea Comics. You saw my email. Go ahead and order me just one. Obviously, I can only get one of everything.
Well, what's the first book called? ENAC
or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, Bad Idea comic books were just assuming recording. We're one of 150 shops that are actually carrying the comic. And I have but I don't know if you saw a couple of the rules. I can only sell 1 comic per person.
Per person, yeah.
They don't want that weird speculative market where people buy 10 copies or 15 copies or whatever.
Yeah, and try to eBay it or whatever. Yeah.
I assume I can talk about this, but the other rule is that if you buy, say, 50 issues of issue 1. You need to buy 50 issues of all the subsequent issues of that particular story arc.
So you have to maintain your purchase of whatever issue 1 is.
Correct, right? Because it is an issue for comic shops to. Were you recording this entire time?
I was.
We're talking. Yeah.
So it's a good idea because that's what happens. Stores will order a lot of number 1, and they'll drop off relatively quickly with the subsequent issue.
Yeah, number 2, yeah.
Looking for 2s and 3s, can't find them. So it's plus it keeps their sales up for the rest of that particular storyline. So they decided to go with a few retailers to kind of get in. We got in the issue. We got into the 150. Well, did they tell you about the whale program?
I
Did you read that?
I think I saw something about that, but go ahead and say what it is.
Well, anyway, they have a program called Whales where they get special incentives and so on. So Sean has signed up for the whale program.
Yeah, that's
for
right.
Zeus.
Yeah, now I do remember. Yeah.
I have your invite card at the store with your name.
Oh, yeah.
Just came in, so I'll give that to you. But so their first book comes out in April or May.
Yeah, I think April.
April and May. Yeah, we just ordered the first issue, and I ordered heavy just because I want to support this and get it out there. And with Zeus Comics on ZeusComics.com have taken off. Hopefully, I can reach a larger audience than just the ones in store, particularly if this issue is relatively rare.
So, Todd, this is real quick. Todd, this is a new publishing company called Bad Idea, and their deal is they are not going to reprint their comics. They're not going to put their comic books in trade paperback, and you can only get one issue per person.
And they're not being sold by the major distributor, Diamond Comics. They're doing this on their own.
Okay.
And so in order to make that happen, they were limiting kind of the entry stores to kind of keep the interest up. And so we're one of 150 stores of, a couple thousand across the country that are actually selling this comic book. So I ordered heavy on it. Hopefully our online sales will do well and so on. And the guy reached out to me and was like, that's a lot of comics. It's not really that many, but I guess when you look at what stores can normally wait, I guess it's a good number. So I'm happy for them.
How do they guarantee that the store will only sell one per person now?
I don't know. Self-reporting. I mean, I'm going to do one per person, but it's that.
Yeah, you're going to stick to the rules, but I can see one store going, all right, we're selling these one per person, and one person comes in 50 times and buys it or whatever.
Well, I mean, that's going to be the hard part, like the online site. We can allow one copy per person online, but that doesn't mean the same person living in their household isn't going to buy it again.
Over and over, yeah.
I may not be able to keep track of somebody ordering one on Tuesday and coming back on Wednesday and ordering it. I may not recognize the names or the address that they
or they buy it online and then come into the store and get another one.
Correct. So I can do what I can to kind of limit it from that happening, but I ultimately could not stop somebody from coming in and then their sister coming in and then their child coming in.
Trying to game the system somehow, yeah.
Yeah, I can do what I can, but it's not going to be perfect,
Yeah.
So
congratulations again to Abby.
Yeah, that's pretty big. It's pretty awesome.
That's huge.
Did you get an email, I guess? Or was it in the mail?
With COVID, it's kind of weird. And I don't know if you guys remember the Odyssey. So we went to see one of my favorite artists at Red Rocks. Shelley decided, let's drive by the campus. Abby didn't want to go, but falls in love with immediately. Fast forward now to right when COVID hit. The weekend that the lockdowns began, we were in Colorado. And we tour. It's just been this very weird journey. The reason I kind of make this whole thing is that nothing about this is what you expect from college visits, etc. Even to the point when we submitted applications was very weird. And so Shelley just went, for some reason, was checking some email, and it said she got an email that said something about if you admitted under these circumstances, check this link. And that's where she went in and it said, congratulations, you've been admitted. So poor little thing is asleep and doesn't know yet, and her mother and I are.
She doesn't even know yet.
No, doesn't know.
Just to tell her.
Well, Shelley is so exuberant when she's happy that this is killing her not to go pull her child out of bed.
Yeah, sure.
I'll be quite honest, I had a hard time focusing because the realization that my child is about to move to Colorado was settling into my brain of while you guys were talking, I was like, oh shit. About to say goodbye to my
It's
kid.
becoming real now.
It is.
Yeah.
It's very weird. You have a child and I tried to explain to her, I'm like, the reason parents have a hard time letting go is it was just yesterday she couldn't do anything in the world without me doing it for her. Mm-hmm. And then as she exudes independence and whatnot, you're kind of like, okay, I want you to have it. I want to give you these things. And as I told you guys, she had boyfriend troubles this week and she was so mature and so amazing. And I see those things, but she still can't put her clothes away and she can't load a dishwasher. And I'm like, shit, you're going to go to Colorado. What the fuck's going to happen?
Can't or won't?
I think there's a combination of both.
Okay.
She's gonna get to college and open up a can of tuna and ask you if the tuna is already pre-cooked or not.
Yeah.
She's not gonna know how to boil water.
Well, what's funny is that
all the things my sister didn't know how to do when she went to college.
So when we went there, like I said, it was Sean. I don't know if you were still listening, but it was right when the COVID stuff lockdown happened, and we really got a one-on-one discussion with the head of the admitting council. I mean, he was great, and one of the things he said was, "And Abby, you know." And they always treat it like this. When you get in here, when you get admitted, they treat it very positively. Leave your car at home. We don't let freshmen have cars on campus.
Wow.
And he said, because we want you to be a part of this campus experience. And that campus right in the middle of the Rockies is gorgeous.
That's kinda cool.
And it's very enclosed. For a major school like this, it's very enclosed. And he said, and because of that, we have worked out with the city of Boulder and Denver that you get free public transportation. The train and the bus with your student ID are free. You know, all my kid heard was, "Oh yeah, I want to take my car," and I'm like, "I swear to God, don't be an idiot. Shut up. You know, this is so great." And
I'll be honest. I wish, not that I couldn't learn it now, but I don't have a need to currently. I wish I had learned how public transport works, because I don't understand how bus schedules or any of that thing.
Yeah, that can be very confusing.
The subway or DART stuff, I can figure out. The bus schedule, I can't figure out at all.
Well, it's funny you say that. Is they built the DART system up here towards the suburbs. For somebody like me that worked in Dallas for years and years and years, I got really good at riding that train. But there was a part of it initially where if you really wanted to be a part of it, you almost had to ride the bus. And trying to figure out what bus to take, how to do it to get to that, it's no.
That's what I'm saying.
And so I would drive
Congratulations to people who understand that, because I can't crack that code.
Yeah, I can't either. So I would just drive my car to a point and get on the train from there. I said, fuck all that bus stuff. Buses are crazy.
I mean, I guess once you understand it, it's easy to follow. But that entry is like, what is happening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Sean, I'm going to have in about 6 months lots of times to play video games. I'm not going to have a companion to watch TV anymore.
Aw.
Yeah, you're going to have lots of time to catch up on your media now.
Well, she is my little wonder. She's amazing. She's funny. She loves to watch things with me. She just got obsessed with Social Network. She was like, I want to see it. And now she wants to see the other David Fincher films. And that's what I love about her, is that she goes in one way and says, I want to do this, and then becomes obsessed elsewhere. That's very much like what I do.
Yeah.
Has she seen Seven yet?
No, she's really not that acquainted with David Fincher, and I tried to tell her about it. But I told her, I was like, he made Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. It was very interesting.
Panic Room.
Didn't he do Gone Girl?
I
think he did.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, but anyway, wow, the next phase of my life just began.
Okay,
all
Google,
of a sudden, all at
who
once.
directed Gone Girl? Yeah, David Fincher.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Thank
a good
you,
one.
Google.
She might like that one, especially whenever the big shocking thing happens,
The
and she'll be
twist,
like,
yeah.
"Oh my god!" Yeah. Oh my god.
What's a twist?
Okay, now I also saw that I only have that amount of time to make sure she sees every classic film that's important.
Oh, goddamn.
You got to make a list. Time to make a list. Here you go.
I did make her watch Citizen Kane about a month ago, and she went, "Yeah, it's good." And I was like, "Okay, you don't understand
You don't get it.
You don't
It
understand."
was the first.
Anyway, wow. So we've got talents, the three of us. We've got comic stores. What a full in between.
Lou Ferrigno.
Well, you know what? Maybe this
We
is a
got
fun
going
thing.
off to college.
Well,
We
maybe this is a
from
fun
Ferrigno
thing
to
too.
Fincher.
Everybody gets to kind of know who we are. We've never done this before. I like this. We may have to visit other hidden talents of the three of us at a future time.
All righty.
All right, that's it. We'll say goodbye. We'll be back next week. Everyone have a great weekend.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.